Some messages don't come early, they come right on time. This is one of them. If it's reached you, it's because you're ready to hear what your soul has been waiting for. If this resonates, comment "I receive it" to claim what's yours. There are moments in life when something deep within you stirs without warning. Not because of what's happening around you, but because of what's shifting inside you. You might not be able to explain it, but you feel it. The sense that something is aligning, that a message, a sign, or a turning point is finally arriving after all this time. The truth is, you were never forgotten, never overlooked. You were being prepared, hidden in plain sight, being refined in silence. While others rushed ahead, you were being rooted. While others chased noise, you were learning to trust the whisper. And now, here you are. At the edge of a new season, something sacred is unfolding. Welcome. You've come a long way, haven't you? Not just in the physical sense, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You've survived things you never thought you would. You've endured heartbreaks that could have broken you completely, but didn't. You've lost people, places, and versions of yourself, and still, you're standing. Not just standing, rising. But here's the thing, rising doesn't always feel glamorous. It often feels like shedding, like walking alone, like releasing all the parts of you that were rooted in survival so you can step into a version of you that's aligned with purpose. It's lonely, it's uncertain, but it's necessary. And now you're arriving at the realization that your old ways can't carry you into this new chapter. You're not meant to walk forward timidly. You're meant to walk forward boldly, even if your voice shakes and your knees tremble. Because something in you knows, this isn't just a season of change, it's a season of becoming. You're not just moving forward, you're being elevated. Not by force, but by flow. Not by pressure, but by promise. You see, the real transformation began the moment you decided to keep going, despite not seeing the full picture. The moment you stopped asking for signs and started becoming one. The moment you realized that your delays were not denials, but divine alignments in progress. You stopped chasing what was never yours and started attracting what has always been. You stopped begging to be chosen and remembered you were chosen before you ever arrived here. And that shift, that holy shift, has activated something unseen but powerful in your life. Doors that were sealed shut will begin to open without force. People who left will suddenly make sense in their absence. Resources you couldn't find before will come searching for you, because you finally aligned with the version of yourself that was buried under fear, pressure, and pleasing others. This is what happens when you return to your truth. So if you've been feeling more sensitive, more aware, more isolated lately, it's not weakness, it's spiritual depth. You're not becoming less grounded, you're becoming more tuned into the divine. Your body knows, your intuition is louder, your soul is shedding everything that isn't real. And as you let go of who you were taught to be, you're becoming who you were born to be. The people who once misunderstood your silence will soon see your strength. The ones who called your peace passive will realize it was power in disguise. The ones who overlooked you will wish they had paid attention. But you won't be bitter, you'll be too busy building. Because the new season isn't about proving them wrong, it's about proving your higher self right. This message found you not to excite your ego, but to affirm your spirit. You're not here to live on repeat. You're not here to relive the same cycles with different faces. You're here to evolve, to break patterns, to liberate your bloodline, to heal generations forward and backward. That's why your life feels heavier than most. It's because your purpose is bigger than most. That's why you were called to walk alone. Because you weren't meant to follow the crowd. You were never meant to blend in. That ache you feel when you try to dim your light is your soul rejecting inauthenticity. That restlessness isn't a flaw, it's a compass pointing toward the next level. That fear, it's just excitement without breath. And now, more than ever, you're being asked to breathe deeply, stand firmly, and move boldly. The weight you've been carrying, it wasn't punishment, it was preparation. You weren't losing your mind, you were shedding your mask. You weren't falling apart, you were being remade. And even if no one claps, heaven is already cheering for you. Your ancestors are guiding you. Your higher self is proud of you. Because despite all odds, you remembered. You remembered there's more to this life than survival. You remembered your name. You remembered your calling. You remembered your light. So don't ignore this message. Don't scroll past it like it's just another video or post. Let it settle. Let it rise up in you. Let it be the reminder you've been needing in the moments where you almost gave up. Because you've come too far to stop now. And what's ahead of you is so much greater than anything you've left behind. It's time to move like someone who has already been approved. Speak like someone whose prayers are already answered. Walk like someone whose future is already secured. Because in truth, it is. You're not chasing destiny anymore. You're walking in it. You're not hoping for a breakthrough. You are the breakthrough. You're not waiting to be saved. You're realizing you were sent. Your presence is intentional. Your light isn't accidental. The way you love, the way you see through people, the way you carry wisdom without speaking a word, it's all evidence that you've been anointed for something rare. Not loud, not flashy, but sacred. And it's in that sacred space where everything begins to shift. Don't minimize your magic because others don't understand it. Don't water yourself down just to fit into rooms that were never built for your expansion. This is your confirmation that it's okay to outgrow people, places, and versions of yourself. It's okay to choose peace over proving your point. It's okay to detach without explanation. You don't owe anyone the old you, especially when the new you is finally free. This message was designed to reach the part of you that's still healing, the part that still questions, the part that's still afraid. It's not here to shame that part, it's here to embrace it, because that vulnerable place is exactly where your power is being reborn. You are not broken. You are breaking open. You are not behind. You are being recalibrated for something bigger than logic can explain. And this shift you're feeling, it's divine. You don't need to figure it all out, you just need to listen. Follow the nudges, rest when you're told to rest. Move when you're moved, let go when your hands get tired of holding. Trust what's dissolving and trust what's developing, because your spirit knows things your mind hasn't caught up to yet. Remember, your tears are not wasted. Your silent prayers were never ignored. Every night you cried and still got up the next morning. That didn't go unnoticed. The strength it took to smile when your heart was heavy. That's a warrior's spirit. The grace you offered even when you didn't receive it. That's royalty. And the universe remembers every bit of it. This is not just a message, it's a divine reminder that you are aligned. That even when life looks uncertain, your path is being cleared. That your delay is protection. That your redirection is sacred. That your silence is powerful. You are not falling apart. You are falling into alignment. You didn't come this far to second-guess your vision. You didn't survive all that pain just to play it safe. You didn't wake up today just to live on autopilot. You were meant to rise, to stretch, to evolve, and most of all, to shine. And now, we've reached the moment where you're no longer looking back for validation, where the old questions no longer haunt you like they once did. Was I good enough? Did I make the right decision? Why did they leave? Those doubts used to echo loud in your mind, but now they don't carry the same weight, because something deeper inside of you has shifted. Something sacred has awakened. You're realizing that your value was never determined by how others saw you. You were never made to be understood by everyone. You were made to be felt by the few who are aligned with your frequency. And that's rare. That's divine. That's why the path has been narrow. That's why you felt like the outsider in rooms where others seemed so comfortable. Your soul wasn't designed to blend in. It was designed to stand apart. There's power in realizing that you don't have to force anything anymore. What's meant for you will never pass you by. And what left you, as painful as it felt, was often clearing the space for what's truly aligned. You're learning that closure doesn't always come in the form of apologies or explanations. Sometimes closure is simply peace. Sometimes it's just your spirit saying, I accept, I release, and I rise. This message isn't here to hype you up with false hope. It's here to remind you of the truth you've always known deep down, but needed to hear out loud. You are walking into a chapter where everything starts to make sense. The delays, the detours, the disappointments, they weren't random. They were realignments. Your soul wasn't being punished, it was being polished. And now the evidence is about to match your faith. The breakthroughs are catching up with the prayers you whispered when no one was around. The dreams that felt too far are about to feel within reach. Not because life suddenly got easier, but because you finally stopped doubting your power. Because you stopped watering yourself down just to make others comfortable. This season is about trusting that your softness is your strength, your sensitivity is your superpower, and your intuition is the compass you can rely on. You don't need to prove your worth, you just need to embody it. Show up, speak your truth, follow the pull, and don't flinch when things start getting bigger, because you were made for expansion. This is not just motivation, it's confirmation. Everything is about to unfold in your favor. People you never imagined will reach out. Opportunities you once thought were missed will find their way back. You'll begin to feel the ease that comes when alignment replaces anxiety, when trust takes the place of tension, when peace becomes your new pace. But don't lose sight of the most important part of it all. You've already won by choosing not to give up, by holding on, by waking up on days when everything in you wanted to disappear. That kind of resilience doesn't go unnoticed in the eyes of the divine. That kind of quiet strength is what shapes the giants, the leaders, the chosen. And maybe you don't see it all yet, but the spiritual realm has already gone ahead of you. The doors are opening, the connections are aligning, the favor is falling like rain. All you need to do now is walk like it's already yours. Because it is, this message reached you not by accident, but by timing. Perfect, divine timing. Because you were ready to remember what you carry. You were ready to return to the truth. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time. Let go of the fear. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the weight you've been carrying for everyone else. Let it fall. This is the season where you finally rise without apology. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've made peace with imperfection. You've accepted that healing isn't linear and growth isn't always pretty. But forward is forward, and you've come far. So move with intention, speak with authority, create with soul, and love with boundaries. Your future has been waiting on you to believe again. This is that moment. And now that it's here, don't ignore it.
Drop a follow and like the video if this resonates with you, and don't hesitate to cheer up and support fellow brothers and sisters difficult times in the comments. Chosen one, keep your head up and stay true to yourself, always with love.